Calling for Pesilat from the red corner.
So we are on to our next event here, and I did say we talk very clearly about these athletes who are right in front of a senior match female F category, and this involves RAHMAWATI of Indonesia and NUR SHAQIRA binti Sheikh Alauddin of Singapore. We've seen both of them in action, and a little bit from you, Roz, on our two wonderful athletes.
The blue corner is Pesilat from Indonesia. She is, a very good athlete. And let me remind you, any athletes that come out from Indonesia, they are good. For the red corner, she's representing Singapore, Shaqira. She, the family, is iconic to the Silat in Singapore. The two brothers representing Singapore. His dad representing Singapore. And now the girls are representing Singapore. Means the whole family is involved in Silat Singapore.
It's just in their blood.
Yeah,
it's absolutely in their blood.
It's in their blood,
So RAHMAWATI did get a
reprimand one for blue corner.
A warning and a point deduction there. Yeah, we did see NUR SHAQIRA's brothers in action yesterday. Sheikh Firdaus, well, it was a bit unfortunate for him, but we'll see her elder brother Sheikh Farhan in the last match of today.
Belly drop for the blue corner.
So RAHMAWATI with a valid drop there. NUR SHAQIRA couldn't pull off that move this time.
Yeah, like I speak over and over again. Pesilat from Indonesia. No matter you look at them, maybe a fresh face, a newcomer, but they are good.
They are good.
Yeah,
they're good.
To make in the Indonesia national team, you must.
It must be
good.
so difficult,
Yeah.
isn't it? Isn't it?
Because the talent is lining
I'd
up.
almost equate that to what happens with rugby in New Zealand.
Yeah.
If you want to make the All Blacks, you got to be the best.
Yeah. It must be the best, yeah.
You must be the best, absolutely. So
Because
there's
when you talk about rugby, you talk about All Blacks.
you talk about the All Blacks. So
Yeah.
how difficult it is for those lads, to get into that arena. It's the same in Indonesia. You have so many fantastic Pesilats. So there's an appeal here from the red corner. They're still in the first round.
You talk about All Blacks, You talk about rugby, you talk about All Blacks. Even though if they win or they lose, but they still perform wonderfully. Same like
Very drop for the
Indonesia
red corner.
Whether they lose or they win, they will put on a show. Yeah.
There's a very funny thing that happened to me a couple of years back when we were conversation with another commentator for an event, and I spoke about the All Blacks, and he said it almost sounds racist. I said, well, how do you change that name? You can't call it the All American African Blacks or the All American Africans, because it's not.
Yeah.
It's a New Zealand team, right?
Yeah.
And then I said, either ways, you can't call me racist because I'm a brown skin. How do you get that past me? It's such an advantage sometimes.
Yeah.
We guys could never be racist.
Yeah.
So
We are in between.
absolutely, we've got a blend of both sides of the fence. So RAHMAWATI actually doing fairly well. She's just got that slender point advantage at the end of round one, and I just feel that both these athletes just a bit unsure of what their plan is. They've come in, they've been a bit easy with. It's almost as if they're not fully settled, Ross.
Yeah.
Do you get that impression?
Yeah, they a bit of unsure, what's the next move they are going to do.
Because most of the matchups we've seen today, there's been a strange intensity to them, and that these athletes mean business.
Yeah. But this one you can see the difference.
I think maybe the second round, RAHMAWATI and NUR SHAQIRA might just, turn up the heat.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
never know. Oh, the one thing I never really asked you about, Ross, was the gong. So the gong, the outer, that's brass, is it?
No, it's brass.
And there's definitely maintenance involved there. Someone needs to polish it.
Before every tournament, they
Before
will
every tournament.
maintain the thing.
And NUR SHAQIRA looks like she's taken a slight knock. There's an appeal there.
Yeah, once the appeal cut out, you must stop the counting and attend to the appeal.
Look VR. Look VR. She stop and kick, blue and kick. Right.
What?
She said she should have stopped, but she continued with the kick
After the was it T?
after the Wasit stopped the engagement. So let's find out. They'll have a look at that. I would think also it's a timely move to just tide NUR SHAQIRA out. But she might have gone to that count out to stall the count more than anything. But she has taken a knock. She's taken a bit of a knock. It looks like it.
Then she will run the pin out. Sometimes the pin after a while it just go off.
It just disappears, yeah. But it's always a funny thing, right? We just spoke about, one of the athletes who we're going to look at next, coming up, actually in the next match itself. And we did speak about how your injury on that day doesn't really hurt. And you can also treat it with a bit of spray, but it's the next day that... it's the next day, it just reminds you.
Yeah. That's why I suspect the Thai fighter, the right leg, the right hand, all got bandaged up. And today, the way he performed is totally different from yesterday.
That is very true. That is absolutely true. You're talking about Thanet Nituton.
Oh.
Yeah. And that's upheld for...
To the groin.
To the groin. For NUR SHAQIRA.
Warning one for the
That's
blue
a 5-point
corner.
deduction for... That's a misdemeanor that is not allowed. And the lady is now just getting a bit more
Fire up, yeah.
fired up.
Even with 5-point deduction, she's catch up with him.
She's fairly quick.
Yeah.
She's got the ability to come back, and she's not even relying on the
drops,
drop.
yeah.
It's more about the kicks. But I just get the view that RAHMAWATI just a little bit more experienced here.
Yeah.
And that's a very good drop.
Very drop from the
That's
red
an excellent
corner.
drop there from NUR SHAQIRA.
That's what happened if you too anxious to score. You score, then you lost point. The Vietnamese don't do this.
They don't. They
Yeah.
absolutely wait.
They
But-
will keep their points. How difficult she got the point?
It's getting close enough now,
Yeah.
18-17. But what seemed like these two ladies were unsure, they certainly now seem to be sure of what they're doing. They're certainly delighting the fans here. Rahmawati with that slender lead, 3 points ahead. Nur Shaqira will have to step back in. Well, she's got the skills, Nur Shaqira. It's just about being able to put them out there.
She'll grow.
She will.
So she will grow.
The end of round 2. Rahmawati, well, stretching that lead to 24 points. And most of those, for both Nur Shaqira and Rahmawati, have come from kicks and punches.
Yeah, punches, yeah.
Which to me is such a welcome sight, because most athletes do rely on the drop, but these two aren't.
Throw away the dropping aspect, less spar.
Absolutely. So we get into the third round now, and it's going to be very interesting to see how this pans out. So interesting times here, and just of course, as you know, Roz and I were talking earlier, Rahmawati a little bit more of an experienced contender, but Nur Shaqira, she's got the exuberance of youth. She'll get stronger and stronger with time. She gave us an extremely good drop earlier, but so Rahmawati holding her own.
Belly drop for the blue corner.
She's just stretched that lead.
Yeah.
So 29 points, that's the Indonesian Persilat's score.
The Indonesian
Shaqira
fan is
is
right
on
behind
17.
their Persilat, you know. Every kick follow with a roar. Wow, you heard that? Whoa.
Fairly fast, you wouldn't think about it, right?
Yeah.
If you just had to gauge looking at
the physique,
Rahmawati, because
the
she's
style,
just a tad bit shorter than Nur Shaqira. You wouldn't expect them to be that quick, but they are, and that's the beauty of Silat.
Really?
That's another valid drop for her.
Belly drop for
That's
the
the
blue
first time
corner.
that I've seen her smile,
Yeah.
Rahmawati.
I think she realized that more or less she wanted.
Nur Shaqira. She's back up. Looks like she took a slight knock.
After 9, you will ask the person, are you okay? If she okay, then continue to fight.
Referee
So the count is 9 always.
Corner.
If not okay, proceed to 10, then it's over.
So 9 years your chance to stay in the game,
Yeah.
and then 10 and it's out. But I think that's fair, because you're giving the athlete a chance to whether they can continue or not, and they know that best.
They know.
And you're saying 9, so that actually gives the athlete to settle down, get back into their...
After 9, you start, you ask that.
Yeah, so that gives them enough time to calm themselves down to get back their
After
composure.
9, they still panting or unstable, just 10 and over.
Okay. Fair game, that is.
That's what I say, you see. Now they just start to move around only. Nice over. Oh.
And there it is.
Match
End of
result.
round 3. End of round 3,
This
and
match is won
Rahmawati
by
with a very clear
Silat
win,
from
but
the blue
more power to Nur
corner.
Shaqira, who fought hard. Rahmawati on 38 points, Nur Shaqira on 22, and it's, well, learning ground
Ladies
here
and
for
gentlemen,
young Nur
your winner
Shaqira.
from the
And
blue
Ross is going
corner,
to tell us a bit more about this result.
Team Indonesia.
Puteri kelas F dimenangi oleh Rahmawati